Okay guys, today is the 2nd or the 3rd of June 2019. I'm gonna stick something in my face all the time. All these obstacles. You hear the cop sirens from far away. We're surrounded with the train of cars everywhere I go. I call it the train because it's never ending. It's a never-ending car line with people all around to annoy me, come from everywhere, mistreat me, give me attitude, dirty looks. Been surrounded with this for a long time. Just been living indoors for a long time in my life, away from this madness. Feels good to wake up to it all and see the truth of what was my life. You know, it's funny it took me that long to figure it out. I guess it's all that noise and all those drugs they had me on all these years that kept me blind, distracted, disoriented. So I didn't even have a second to actually reflect, look around my environment and see what's going on in it. I was always out of focus and my head in the clouds. That was part of the plan. It was a choke. I was being choked. An assassination attempt was done against me back in the mid-90s. That was supposed to be getting rid of, but I didn't die. I took it, I handled it, and I got depressed, stayed home, and then my so-called brother introduced me to drugs. That sort of made me feel better, where I could handle all the noise I was being surrounded with all the time and pretty much ignored the way people were treating me. I just isolated myself and did some internet work, made money, and used it to travel and do things. But it didn't really help me much at the time. It helped me later. It helped me in the long run, not on the short run. In the short run, everywhere I went, they did the same to me. Every country I've been to, they've surrounded me with the same charade. Otherwise, I would have found out. I didn't find out that way. Eventually, I had to come back here after 40 years, and when I was 40, and to really find out the truth, where I realized a lot of events in my life were the same, done by different people in different countries. That's how I realized that I was being controlled by this machine throughout my life, and I traced it back to my childhood, with the same events being repeated over and over again. That's how I realized these are not my parents. It's an experiment. It's a Freemasonic project that was done on me. I must have been an orphan in an orphanage or in a hospital born, and my parents died. Maybe I was stolen, I don't know. But it's something like that. And I was given to this Freemasonic family to pretty much give me this Truman Show life, not a real one. It's a fake life, surrounded with people that move all the time and just don't treat me with love and compassion, and nothing to do with real life. It's a fake life. And wherever I went, they had to precede me to all these places, know where I was going, to build those environments that way. So when I get there, I don't find anything different. And they succeeded doing that. So you can just imagine the manpower and the money that was spent on me throughout 40 years. It's insane. So today is one of those days where I know the full truth of what happened to me. I pretty much came to the bottom of it because I've had about 2 weeks now of peace and no noise. I've isolated myself from noise, closed the windows so I can think. And I only succeeded in the last 2 weeks that I'm home alone and just quiet and I can think. And I now know the full truth of what is my torturous Freemasonic experiment life. That's not even a real one. Never had a real one. And this is it, boys. As you notice, this one always comes in here the same time I do. They time it that way so she precedes me. So we'll wait for her outside because they're annoying. Always someone before me, they come into place, always someone after me. Anyways, what I was telling you guys is, this is it. This has been my miserable existence. Now you see all these cars coming towards me, people coming towards me, annoying me all day long. So I traced back the events and I realized that this has been my life. Now that I know the truth, my mother even admitted to me that she's now my own mother. She took off from the house, pretended she's sick in a hospital here close by. She's not, she just can't live at home with me anymore because I found out the truth. All she did throughout all these years, look at the attacks, look one after the other, look at these assholes. Coming around close to me, in front of me, behind me, in a place where there should be nobody. So this is what they've done to me in this country, in Canada. I was pretty much the project that they banked on, this Lebanese family that were Freemasons, that they promised them a better life. That's what the Masons do. You do the dirty work for them and they make you advance in life. They brought me to this country. I was their ticket to come here. I was their ticket to move forward in life. I've always been the center of attention. I've always been what they've designed their lives around me. This is how these people work. They take orders from them. That's what I've learned over the past year. Even this big behemoth walks towards me. Anyways, this is what I've learned, guys, over these years, that they take strict orders from them, you know, to do their work. Look, more and more and more. Look, walking towards me, look. They don't stop all day long. It's like this, guys, everywhere I go. Look how loud they're talking, these two. So I can't go anywhere in peace. I always see people walking back and forth and noise and noise and noise. Look, now this guy comes out of his van that I get close here. Look at the madness, look. So this is it, guys. This is my life. Look, another one here. Look at the asshole, look. So this is it. This has been my life. Everywhere, they keep on following me. Now that I know the truth of what is my life, now they're gonna start coming out that I got close here, look. Now I go this way, people are gonna start walking this way. So this has been the story of my torturous life. I'm 44. I have pictures with my fake mother holding me. I was maybe less than a year old. So I know that I was picked up from an orphanage at a very, very young age. It wasn't that I was, of age, maybe 3 or 4, and they realized my certain genetics and they did this to me. No, the project was applied to me from birth. So I must have been an orphan for this project to be applied on someone like that, to put him in a fake family so they can torture him his whole life. Not in a direct torture, but pretty much build him in a way where he doesn't realize that his environment's fake, that it's not a nurturing environment. you don't move forward. I was blocked off when I was young, when I came here, from so many jobs, not to get them. The ones that they fooled me and they hired me, what they did to me inside those jobs was, and they annoyed me and irritated me, so I'd leave. And I was too young back then to realize what was really going on. And for some really weird, awkward miracle, I survived this for 40 years, this abuse. And I guess it was the drugs. They put me on heavy drugs, and I lasted 17 years on those drugs. This is what made me last, and that's what made me take a long time to wake up at the same time. Because when they do things like that to you, it's like a choke. You get depressed. And I remember back in the mid-90s when I started to get depressed, a lot of my family members were insinuating to me that my so-called family members, look at them, look in the whole plaza. My so-called family members insinuating to me that, oh, this guy killed himself, that guy killed himself. So this is what they expected me to do with the choke that they've done to me. But for some strange reason, I survived. And believe it or not, when I got on the drugs, I got ambitious and I built up websites, and I've done all that in my life. Not things that I'm very proud of. I guess because of my situation, I was deprived of everything. A real friend, a real girlfriend, a real family, a real everything. So everything around me was fake. Everybody that I got in touch with, they were trained by this entity to act a certain way around me too. It wasn't that noticeable at first. It's not that they were mistreating me, no, but it's fake. It's not a nurturing relationship where they do things because it's mechanical. That's how I found out about all this. That's what made me wake up. It's not a natural thing. It's mechanical, and mechanical, tactical things get repeated over and over again. And when you compare all these events, when I stopped the drugs and I really woke up to all this, because I compared certain events in my past life that were very similar to events later on done by different people in different countries. How is that possible? That's how I realized that it was fake. So pretty much you could say the movie The Truman Show, it's either the idea was taken from my life, or they've done this before to someone else. I don't know, but it's very difficult. It's hard to do this to anybody. All the circumstances have to be set, all the right stuff have to come together. So I doubt it. And that movie, the way when it was released, when the script was written, the time it took to get released, it correlates a lot with the events that I went through in the mid-90s. A lot. It has a lot to do with it. See, they sit in the cars and wait. Whenever there's no people around, they come out of their cars. So I always see people moving. Just to show you what's going on in this parking lot at 10:30 in the morning on a Monday. So this is, so they precede me. They know where I'm going to come. They wait in the parking lot, all these people, and they do this charade to me so I can stay annoyed. Anyways, that's pretty much, I'm going to tell you my story today, because this is one of those days where I know 100% what happened to me. And now the noise, big trucks start backing up and the noise comes out. There you go. You get more and more walking towards me. Like the living dead. They're zombies. Everywhere. It's like a movie, guys. If you watch a movie, you look at the background of a movie, these guys are like extras in movies. That's how you have to look at them. They're not normal. They're not human beings. They're actors. They're extras in a movie. That's their job. They come out of their car, they're mechanical. You see the way they walk, look at the way they look. They don't break character. No matter what you do, they don't break character. So they're machines. They're extras in a movie set. They're told to do a certain something and they do it. And they tell them, don't look at what he's saying or what he's doing. Keep doing what you're told. This is exactly what's happening here when you look at the background. Just like movies. As you know, in a lot of movies, so now that there's not many people here around, they got the behemoth to stand outside and look at me. And now he walks as soon as I point the camera at him because he's supposed to be moving. So when you look at a behemoth like this, that's not a real man. That's a bitch in skirt. Because if he was anything like a man, he wouldn't do this. He's a bitch in skirt that thinks about his stomach. They feed his ass so he does their dirty work. Look, more. Look. All around me, they're gonna keep coming now, like bees. Anyways, guys, it's like a movie set. Look, in and out, in and out, in and out. As if it's the busiest place on the planet. Extras in a movie. Anyways, look, down towards me, look. Look at these heads. They don't even live here, these people. I guarantee you, if you look at his ID, he lives in the West End, this guy. I guarantee you. So does she. None of them live around here. They don't even know where they're going. Look at them. They're looking at the place. What is this plaza? What's there to do here? Look at them. I know. I live in this area. I've never seen them. None of them live here. None. Any excuse to keep going in and out. In and out. Look. Anyways, today, and here to start with the school buses. They're trying to synthesize me to school buses. It doesn't work, but it's funny. So guys, this is the story, pretty much the basics. Now he wants to put the ketchup bottles here to give him an excuse to come out and stay in front of me and move back and forth. Look, he's gonna walk again. He wouldn't pick them all up in one shot. He'll pick up a little bit, go back, pick up a little bit, go back, pick up a little bit, go back, so he can keep doing this movement in front of me. That's what they do to me. They've been doing this to me for 22 years, not to this level, not this strong, because I would have realized, to a minimal level that gets you depressed when you're surrounded with something like this, because you're living in a fake environment. It's not nurturing. It's not real people minding their own business. When you bump into them, they tell you things, or it's not the amount of people around you. It's what they're doing and that fake bad energy that they're bringing. Look, same guy that walked that way, he walks back now. He's going to keep walking that way and that way. Same guy, look at him. That you just saw before earlier up there. And they all drink something or do. Now they bring in a car and park in the front. See, I sit on a plaza for 5 minutes. Look what happens. In the morning, nobody comes here, guys. You know, everyone's getting a haircut all of a sudden. Watch, he's going to walk into my pharmacy, this guy now. He doesn't even know what's here. He doesn't even know what stores exist here. Look. He doesn't even know. Hilarious, ain't it? Hey. They're okay? What are you looking for?
Doctor.
Oh, doctor starts at 2:30.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Ehab.
Just gonna talk now.
Did you get my prescription? I'll just wait.
Meaningless, just has to talk and make noise. Anything, just to open her mouth and talk. So I don't get peace and quiet. And move. Thank you.